Welcome to lesson number 3 for music class. But first, let's sing a song together. For our song today, I'm trying something new. I had 30 seconds to record a jazzy version of Row, Row Your Boat. So I hope you will enjoy it enough to sing along and learn it so we can sing it together.
Doot 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 doo ah, doot 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 doo ah, doot 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 doo ah, doot 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 doo ah, doot 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 doo ah, 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 yeah.
Okay, during this lesson, we're going to talk a little bit more about music and color. We started talking about it last lesson when we listened to Carnival of the Animals by the French composer Söllscher. And in that piece, in 14 different movements, he creates pictures for us of different animals and using different instruments, different pitches, different rhythms. He creates pictures for us, musical pictures of different animals. Music has a way of creating different moods and different feelings, and that is called musical color. We'll talk a little bit more about it, but first I want you to watch this video that is produced by Minnesota Public Radio.
When you draw, how do you think about color? Do you like black and white? When do you decide to use color? Why do you use color? How do you decide which color to use? Do you use every crayon in the box? Or just shades of blue? Or warm colors like red and pink or orange and yellow? Do you pick colors based on the mood and the feeling of the pictures you're creating? Artists use color to create feelings and moods. Composers and musicians do that too. In music, every instrument has its own unique sound. We call that timbre, or tone color. The timbre of a trumpet is different than the timbre of a violin, or a guitar, or a person's voice. Listen to these sounds. Do you hear different timbres or tone colors? What do these sounds make you think of? Maybe you hear raindrops, or a clock ticking, or the tiptoe footsteps of a creepy ghost. Now, I notice new timbres or tone colors coming in. I imagine new things, a rainforest, a waterfall, or a sunrise. Maybe it doesn't create an actual picture in your imagination, more just a feeling or a mood. This music was written by a French composer named Germaine Taillefer. She once said, "I write what I feel." How do you think she felt when she wrote this music? How does it make you feel? By now you've probably noticed that after a while, one timbre or tone color really stands out, the sound of the piano. This piece is called Ballade for piano and orchestra, and it features a piano as a solo instrument. The timbres of other instruments in the orchestra mix together and go back and forth with the piano, almost like a conversation. Like the piano in this piece, our composer sometimes made music alone and sometimes with other people. She was a part of a famous group of friends who all lived in the same place around the same time. Her family, especially her father, wasn't very supportive of her musical career. So I bet having a group of friends was important. Some of those friends were composers like her. Others were painters, poets, and dancers. Do you ever make art by yourself? Do you sometimes do it with friends? Do you sometimes sing alone and sometimes with other people? Being creative is a wonderful way to express yourself and your feelings. And it's also a great way to share an experience with people in your community. Toward the end of this piece, Jermaine Taillefer used a lot of different tone colors to create an explosion of sound. Then many of these colors fade away until we hear just a few colors mixing together. Do these sounds make you think of a certain picture, or a feeling, or a mood? If you created music, either by yourself or with your friends, what colors would you use? What story would you tell?
I hope you enjoyed that great introduction to music and color. So each object, every instrument, every voice has its own timbre. Now, I think you noticed in the video, it talked about timbre, and it briefly had the word up there. And I want you to know that this looks like timbre, but we pronounce it timbre. And it's the unique and special sound that each object makes. It's the color that it has. For instance, here's my glockenspiel. It has a very unique timbre. It's different from my drum. That is a different timbre. Both of those are very different from the ukulele. That sounds different. Even our voices have different timbres, different colors. Now, I want to play a game. It's a guessing game. And I have a box, and I'm going to put different objects in it. And I want you to guess what's inside. Box of sound, shake it around, what have we found? What do you think? I'm gonna have to lift it up because I don't know how else to show you. Paper clips. A box of paper clips. Can you see them? A box of paper clips. Okay, let's try something else. Don't look. Oh, maybe you heard something. All right? I think you can hear it. Box of sound, shake it around. What have we found? Do you know what it is? I think some of you do. Our jingle bells. All right, let's put something else in the box of sound. You're going to hear a little bit of a sound. You can start your guessing as soon as you hear the sound. All right. Box of sound, shake it around. What have we found? What do you think? It is a box of Rice Krispies. Did you guess that? I don't think I could have guessed it without knowing what it was. All right, let me try something else. Okay. This one might be a little bit hard, but I want you to know that I'm really putting something in here. I think actually I could do it up on the table. I don't think you would see me. I can't see myself in the... All right, here we go. Ready? Box of sound. I'll put it right up by the mic. Box of sound, shake it around. What have we found? What do you have around the house that you might be able to put in a box and the timbre is very, very quiet? It is something. Should I tell you? Cotton balls. They're almost like silent, right? There's no sound there. All right, let me put something else in. I don't think you can see this. I'm gonna dump this in. Okay. Box of sound, shake it around. What have we found? What do you think? Any ideas? I'll show you. Popcorn kernels. This is Autumn Blaze popcorn. Popcorn kernels. All right. Let's empty this out. Let's put something else in. I don't think you can see this. Gotta look and see. Gotta keep it a secret. Something else. It's a little louder. Box of sound, shake it around. What have we found? Any ideas? It's food. I'm going to show you. M&Ms. I think I'll have one. Yummy. All right, last one. So, we've got to keep it hidden. Hopefully you didn't see that. It is something. I think it will make a little more noise than cotton balls. Box of sound, shake it around. What have we found? Any ideas? I keep this in the bathroom. And it's not toilet paper. What do you think? Q-tips. A box of Q-tips. So you see, everything makes a very unique sound, and that's what composers use to compose songs. We're going to do one more thing. We're going to listen to a piece of music written by Johann Sebastian Bach. It is Cello Suite number 1 in G major, the Prelude. We're going to first listen to Yo-Yo Ma play it with his cello. Then we will listen to a flute playing the same thing. Then we will listen to a guitar playing the same thing. And finally, we will listen to somebody playing the marimba. All playing the same piece of music, but the sound is very different. That is what is meant by timbre. Have a listen. I hope you enjoyed hearing the different timbres of those instruments. I especially thought the marimba was fascinating, watching him play that particular sound on the marimba. So thanks for listening to this lesson, and I hope you have a great week.